Okay, today we are going to be developing the rule for multiplying ones. So when I say ones, that means any digit in the ones place by tens and hundreds. So we're going to work on that. One note before we get started. That I do know that some of you, when you're working on these at home, which is awesome, you have your math journals out and you're ready to go. We will be working on page 105, but please watch this whole video because sometimes I use the extra slides that I teach with. And that is intentional because we're going over that, practicing that skill another time before we actually work in our workbook sometimes, okay? But we will be using page 105 to guide us today, so I will have you open right away. Thank you. So you can pause the screen while you're opening up. Okay, today we are talking about extended multiplication facts. So we're thinking of a multiplication fact for a fact triangle. We'll kind of show that. We'll look at that. Then extend the fact by changing the first factor, the first to a multiple of 10, and then to a multiple of 100. And so I'll jump in and I'll show you what that looks like here. So their example is 2 times 3. That's the original fact equals 6. So the extended fact, they did extended it by 10. So we go 20 times 3. Well, remember in our class, we talk about friendly numbers. So we go 2 times 3 is 6. Then we count how many zeros? 1 0. So that gives us 60. And here's the rest of this triangle. The nice thing is in our workbooks on the back, we can start to practice those. We can cut those out, those fact triangles. Oh, that's when I taught third grade, never mind. So we'll just use the pictures that they give us in the workbook to help. So next one, extending the fact by hundreds. So we start with 200 times 3. 200 times 3. So we do friendly numbers, 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And we count our zeros, 1, 2, 600. That's a nice fact family there when we extend our knowledge. Okay, so we filled that in our books here. And now we're going to go over to our next fact. So we go, I'll give you a hint. It's usually the small numbers times each other equals the largest number. So we go 6 times 8 or 8 times 6, that's fine, equals 48, looking at this triangle. And now our extended fact, so that means times 10 and then times 100. So this time I'll go 60 times 8. So 6 times 8 is our friendly numbers equals 48. How many zeros? 1. So we add a 0 on the end. Next, 600 times 8 equals 48. 6 times 8. How many zeros? 2. So we go 1, 2. Pause the video if you need to catch up. And please continue numbers 3, 2, and 3 on your own and then unpause when you're done. Okay, so here we go. 4 times 7 is 28. Friendly numbers, 4 times 7, it tells us is 28. So we go 28, add 1 0, 280. 400 times 7 is 2,800. Now we need to remember to put our comma there. 8 times 9 is 72. 80 times 9 is 720. 800 times 9 is 7,000, comma, 200. So what rule can you use to multiply ones by 10, such as 30 times 6? Well, what do we always say? Multiply our friendly numbers and add your zeros. To your answer. Again, if I'm going too fast, just pause the video and catch up. What rule can you use to multiply by hundreds, such as 300 times 6? You can take the exact same answer. So you pause your video, exact same answer, that works from there to there. Okay, now we're going to continue here at the top. So I would like you to fill in this page and then check it when you're done. I apologize. Okay, so maybe you needed a little help with this section. So we take our friendly numbers. So 3 times 5 is 15, and we count our zeros now. So there's a 0 here, and there's a 0 here. So that means 1 0, 2 0. So we add 2 zeros to the back. 1, 2. And then we put our comma where commas belong. Okay, so now when both factors have multiples of 10, so that's kind of tricky. So this one here, what is our original fact? Well, it's 4 times 6 equals 24, or you could say 6 times 4 is 24. Now what they want us to do is go 40 times 60 equals, okay, friendly numbers, 4 times 6 is 24. Count our zeros, 1 0, 2 zeros. So we put 2 zeros behind, 1 0, 2 zeros. Okay, now I will have you pause your screen. Check your answers when you're done. Okay, 20 times 80 is 1,600 with our comma there. 30 times 30 is 900. 70 times 90 is 6,300 with our comma here. So what rule can you use to multiply tens by tens? So again, I'll say it and you write it. Multiply friendly numbers and add your zeros to your answer. And that is our lesson today.